Hello there. I am Collector Steve, and welcome to another episode of Unboxing the Boxes, the Star Wars collection. I dug a little deeper into the collection for this video, back to the days of the Phantom Menace. Now, for a moment, think small. No, I mean really small. No, I mean like micro small. After all, this is episode 41. The micro machines of the Phantom Menace, along with something a little special later on in the video. Do you like these videos? Do you share them with your friends? Do you subscribe to this channel? Well, if you do, I'd like to thank you, because you're helping others to find my collection, and I appreciate that. So thank you once again. Now, let's get on to this collection of Phantom Menace micro machines. Because back in May of 1999, we all know Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, arrived in theaters. And a little toy maker called Galoob or Glob, I'm not sure exactly how you say it. It's one of those two, I'm sure. But they came out with some very small toys based on the movie. They were, well, these included die-cast metal spaceships, the pod racing pod racers, and other vehicles and characters that were found in the movie. So, I would like to show you what I have. I don't have them all, but I have quite a few of them. So let me show you what I have in this tote that was stored deep into the collection. First, let me get them out of the container. Okay, I kind of would say these kind of come in 4 different series. We'll just break it into series. We'll call it series. For the sake of this video, we will call it series. So let's begin with the die-cast metal Starships. Well, they're not all Starships, but 3 of the 4 are Starships. So first of all, we have Episode 1, and this one happens to be the Sith Infiltrator. So this would be the ship that Darth Maul used to travel around the galaxy. Now, one thing I do like about these is obviously they made the packaging before the movie was actually titled, because nowhere on these packages does it say The Phantom Menace. All it says is Episode 1. So you can tell they were a little ahead of things here, but I suppose they had to be because they wanted to get them out on the market so they could sell them. So anyway, here we have the Sith Infiltrator. This has folding wings, a rear opening hatch, and retractable landing gear. So kind of a nice little ship to get started with. We're going to start with the dark side and move our way forward. Next, we have the Trade Federation Battleship. And this has a Republic cruiser, which slides in and out. And it also has retractable landing gear. This is a heavy little bugger. Well, you figure it's die-cast metal. There's a bit of a metal involved with this one. So, the second one, the Trade Federation Battleship. The third one we have is the Republic Cruiser. The Republic Cruiser comes with a rotating antenna, retractable landing gear, and tab activates glowing engines. Not sure what they mean by glowing. I haven't opened them, as you can see. And unfortunately, with this one in particular, it's starting, the bubble is starting to yellow a little bit. This one's nice and clear yet. This one's nice and clear yet, but this one is starting to yellow. Anyway, moving on. The last one I have of the die-cast vehicles would be the Gian Speeder. So there you have it. And this one comes with a pivoting blaster cannon. A couple pivoting blaster cannons actually. 3 of them, 1 on each side and 1 in the front. And it also has wobbling wheels simulating hovering action. So there are the 4 die-cast vehicles that I have. As far as I know, I am missing a couple of them. I'm missing the Trade Federation's droid starfighter, the Royal Starship, and yeah, I think those might be the 2 that I'm missing from the looks of the back of these. Not too bad a start. Let's move those over here for a moment, because next we are going into the pod racing vehicles. And they had several of these. I do not have them all, unfortunately. But what I do have is the pod racing pack number 2, right there, which features, we got 2 nice pod racers here. I haven't seen the movie for a while, so I kind of forget who has which pod racers. And it doesn't say on here who they are. They probably didn't have the characters' names yet when they were making the packaging for these. But one thing I like about this particular one is on the back, there is a Win the Ultimate Jedi Quest Party. And in order to get that, you had to send, there's going to be 4 grand prize winners. You could win a galaxy of prizes worth $12,500. Whoa. That would have really increased my collection, or unless I already have a lot of that stuff on my collection. You had to send in the little application, and then I suppose they had a drawing to see who would win. And there were 600 additional prize winners. So, yeah, kind of a big thing when this movie came out. So there's the first of our pod racers. By the way, this one is pack 2. I do not have pack 1. I also have pack 3, featuring a couple more nice little pod racers. Once again, I don't remember exactly whose they were, but it's kind of neat that you could get these little pod racers to add to your collection. So there's number 3. I also have number 4, which has some of the bigger ones, and I am missing pack number 1. So unfortunately, I do not have pack 1. But I do have doubles of 3 and 4. So there are the pod racing ones. So there's those. We'll put them over to the side. The next set is the, I guess you'd call them, well, they're all kinds of ships. They're ships to get around with. They're pod racing ships. They're not all to scale anymore. They're different things, but these are 2 vehicles in each one and 2 people or 2 characters from the movie. Here's the first one, Collection 1. As you can see, we have Anakin and his pod racer as part of this one, along with, I believe it is one of the dignitaries from Naboo with his vehicle. So there's number 1. We have number 2. And number 2 features Boss Nass, I believe it is. Like I said, it's been a while since I've watched this movie. I really should watch him again. But we got Boss Nass along with one of the Aqua vehicles. And we have Newt Gunray with one of the Battle Droid vehicles. So that would be Collection 2. Collection 3 features one of the pod racers, I forget what his name is, and also Jar Jar Binks, along with one of the beasts that they rode during the final battle of the movie. Here we have number 4, and number 4 features one of the Jedi Knights with a vehicle and Darth Sidious with his starship. Number 5, I do not have. Number 6, I do not have. But I do have number 7. Collection number 7, as you can see, features Sebulba and his pod racer. And it looks like one of the characters from the pod racing garage, along with one of the, and I forgot what the name of the creature was, that likes to pass gas, you know. But anyway, kind of neat there. Okay, number 8 features Darth Maul on his speeder, along with another Naboo ship with the pilot. I knew the pilot's name at one time, and I can't think of that one either. This is pathetic, isn't it? Here I have this huge collection, and I'm forgetting the names of a lot of the characters. Like I said, I really need to go back and watch these movies again. But anyway, this is number 8. I do have number 9. And number 9, we have another Gungan with one of the creatures carrying or pulling along the energy balls. And we also have another pod racer with his pod racing machine. And number 10, we have a battle droid along with one of their vehicles. And we have Newt Gunray's sidekick with a vehicle, with a car. So there we have it. Out of the 10, I'm missing 2, 5, and 6. But I didn't think that was too bad. One thing I don't know if you've noticed or not, and I do have doubles of one of these, but some of these I was actually able to get on sale. The regular price on these from Walmart was $6.74 a piece. Okay? Yeah, I've got a few of them here that are marked at $6.74. But some of these I was able to pick out on closeout again for only $3. So less than half price. That is not bad. It looks like about half of these I picked up for half price. Now, there are 2 bigger, if you want to say bigger in the Micro Machine world. First of all, we got the Pod Racer launchers. And here you'd get 2 launchers, as you can see in the picture, that would shoot out your pod racers. I suppose kind of like little matchbox cars. And see who could be the fastest one going down. As you can see on the back of the box, they're having a lot of fun playing, aren't they? So, that's kind of neat. This again, I did get on sale. Only paid $8 for this. Kind of neat. But there's one other one here. And that is the Turbo Pod Racers. Action Fleet. There again, you've got a little bigger type of shooter. Probably get a little more power out of that one. And this one says it rockets over 25 feet. Well, that's probably longer than the room you were playing in at the time. So you could get it from one end of the room to the other, hit the wall and smash it apart and ask Mom for another one. Now, that is pretty much my collection of the Micro Machine Pod Racers. But I did promise at the beginning of the video to show you something special. And I am going to go way back to the early 80s for this one, or maybe it was the late 70s. But this one I have been looking for a while. I knew I had it. I didn't know where it was. That's why I had to go digging a little bit. And I'm happy to say I have found it. Yes, I have found the very first remote-controlled, or radio-controlled, they called it back then, R2D2. He moves forward, he moves backward, he turns right, he turns left. He has electronic beep sounds, and his red eye lights up. Yes, this one I opened way back when. So, tell you what, I'll open it now to show you what it was like. But the box is kind of neat. Shows you all kinds of things. Shows you the kid there with the little remote control. But let's find out what he looks like. And I'm almost afraid to pull him out because, to tell the truth, the last time I played with him, which was many, many years ago, probably decades ago, I don't remember if I left the batteries in or not, and I hope I didn't, because if I did, they are probably leaking and maybe have ruined it. As you can see, it's really not that big a box. But here we go. The remote control R2D2. Or I should say radio controlled. Here in the back, we have the battery case, and yes, thank goodness, it is empty. And from the looks of it, it took a 9-volt battery. Oh, actually, it took 2 9-volt batteries to operate this thing. Ooh, kind of a high-powered little gizmo guy. As you can see, the legs do not move. They are stationary. We do have several wheels on the bottom, along with a little Warning sign, electronics do not drop. Well, if you drop, then you'd break and then you'd be sitting there really, really sad. But yes, the head does swivel because, like I said, it does move. We do have an on-off switch in the back. I do get a kick out of this. We do have a radio antenna to put on him. Right now I don't, I know this is not for on him. This is for on the remote, the radio remote. You would screw this in here, and that way, hopefully, you would have enough contact to get to R2D2 to get him to move. Basically, we have the head, body. It's basically just the one switch when I'm looking at it. On the side here, it does say Star Wars. That's about it. It's just a sticker put on the side of the piece of plastic. As far as inside goes, I'd have to get a screwdriver to open it up to find out what it requires. But I'm guessing it was probably maybe a couple AA batteries in there to send out the signal for it. So, yeah, I have been looking for this for a while. I was afraid that it was even buried deeper than what it was when I found it. But yeah, this is kind of cool. The remote-controlled R2D2. As you can see, the antenna just kind of friction fits into there. But what do you think of this thing? It's not that big, really. It's kind of small, not like today's versions. Today's go a lot further, of course. They go all over the place. They talk to you. They follow you around. This, you got to keep in mind. Well, let's see. What year was this that this came out? See if I can find something on here as far as the date. It does have 1978 as a date on here. So I would say either 78 or 79 is when this came out. So, yes, there again, I'm happy. I found it. I still have my remote. There's no batteries in it, so I didn't ruin it. And, you know, at some point, I'm probably going to have to try this out. Get some, I don't even have two 9-volt batteries in the house right now. But maybe in a future video, what I'll have to do is get some batteries, put them in the remote, put them in R2, and just try them out and see how it works. It might make just a nice, quick, short little video just to see once. So, that ends today's video. What did you think of the Micro Machines? What did you think of the remote-controlled R2D2 from the late 1970s? Yeah, and I better put the remote back in here, otherwise I'm not going to find it again. Oh, how do you like this, too? I still have the literature that came with it. How do you like that? Showing you how to use it. Kind of cool, I still have that stuff. Even have the little booklet, which Hasbro was really good about putting with stuff, just so you know what you're missing it and you got to go out and buy. And just a couple warning things, and what do we got here? Oh my goodness. It came with a 180-day warranty. I have a feeling this warranty is probably not good anymore. Okay, now let's finish the video. What did you think? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, or let me know what you think of this remote control R2D2. So let's end it with that. And until next time, may the Force be with you and keep collecting. Let me interrupt this video for just a moment. As I was packing this up, I just happened to notice the sticker price for this is still on the package. You want to take a guess quick on how much I paid for it? Pause the video, leave a comment below as to what your guess was that this remote controlled, radio controlled R2D2 cost back in 1978. I'll wait. Okay, you left your message. Now, let's see what it was. It was $34.99. Not too bad. Well, granted, that's probably closer to $70 today. But $34.99 is what I paid for this.